for some time now in South Africa, it was common practice, and not that long ago in South Africa, to use the rhetoric of eradicating all informal settlements by 2014. We no longer use that rhetoric. 2014 is but 5 months away. We've not eradicated informal settlements. And in fact, our informal settlements are growing, both in terms of household numbers and in terms of the area that they occupy. So what I'm trying to say is that our informal settlements are growing, and we can make this claim even if we've seen a decrease in the rate in which they're growing. So in 2009, our settlements were growing, our informal settlements across the board were growing at a percentage of 6% per annum. And currently, our informal settlements are growing at around 4.4%, 4.3% per annum. Of course, these are Cape Town's figures, but similar trends are shown for other South African cities. And as Adrian alluded to, the reason for this growth, and as we know, really does pertain to the fact that rural to urban migration is happening. A couple of years ago, more than a couple of years, maybe 5 years ago, the city of Johannesburg tried to make an argument that rural to urban migration wasn't happening. It very much is. And so is urban to urban migration happening, and not just within, as Adrian suggested, within South Africa, but from other urban spaces and other rural spaces within Africa. And in fact, that rate is anything, depending on the city we're talking about, anything from 3 to 3.6% per year. So the question to you, and maybe something we could debate later, is if our cities are growing at 3.4, 3.6% a year, and if our GDP is stuttering along at 2.2, 2.5% a year, how and where are we going to house our growing urban population? And how are we going to pay for it? The first decade of democracy, as we know, saw a phenomenal increase in public sector spending to try and accommodate our growing urban population. And one of the approaches was via the RDP housing program. And we've almost managed to implement 3 million RDP homes. In 2004, the RDP program was, in fact, replaced by the BNG program, Breaking New Grounds program. It doesn't take rocket science to realize that we can't, in fact, afford to keep going with this kind of program. This monofunctional layout doesn't, in fact, serve its beneficiaries, and why it, in fact, just simply serves to reiterate or to reinforce the apartheid city.